So next topic is what amplifier I have to choose. When I'm going for a cascaded connection, what amplifier I have to choose. So the main parameter what you see is maximum voltage gain. I am going for cascading because I have to have maximum voltage gain from the device. That is the reason why I am going for cascading, right? So I generally the criteria for choosing the amplifier is going to be maximum voltage gain. So when you are having a more number of stages in the cascaded amplifier, for intermediate stages, your common collector cannot be used because the voltage gain is less than 1. No amplification will take place. So there is no use having a CC amplifier in the setup. So people won't prefer CC. And common base is also very rarely used because the voltage gain is poor. The current gain is also not there. Voltage gain is not that high as common emitter. The current gain is almost equivalent to 1 for a common base. So in the intermediate stages, I cannot use CC or CB, CC or CB. I will use only CE because I have to boost the signal strength to a larger extent. Okay, so what usually this configuration people are following is common emitter is used in the intermediate stages because the current gain beta is very high in common emitter configuration. So we use common emitter. See, assume you have an 8-stage amplifier. From 2 to 7, I'll be using common emitter amplifier. For 1 and 8, I'll be seeing what best other amplifiers I can use. So remember, when you are using a cascaded amplifier, majority of the intermediate section I'll be using common emitter configuration only. Reason is the HFE or beta value is very large when compared to common base and common collector. For input and output stages, I told you the reason. The consideration is not voltage gain but impedance matching. For input and output, in the input side, input impedance should be very high. At the output side, the output impedance should be very less. So for that, I need not use two more common emitter amplifiers. I can see which amplifier is going to provide high input impedance and low output impedance, and I use that amplifiers for 1 and 8. So 2 to 7, I'll be using common emitter. 1 and 8, I need not use common emitter. I can go for any other type of amplifier also. So see here, either common collector or common base, I'm going to use as the input stage without any gain. And similar choice is also made for the output stage. Even for the output stage, I can use CC or CB. So when you have an 8-stage amplifier, 6 stages will have common emitter, 1 stage input and output, it can be one among CB or CC. Although CB and CC are not going to provide any voltage gain, but they are very good in providing impedance matching because at the input side, the input impedance should be large. At the output side, the output impedance should be less. So that is satisfied by CB and CC. So even though CB and CC cannot be used in the intermediate stage as an amplifier, I can use CB or CC configuration at the input side or output side for providing the required impedance matching. Okay, the choice of amplifier is, that's what I said, when you have a N stage amplifier, 1 and nth stage will be having CC or CB. 2 to n minus 1 stage, you will be having common emitter configuration. Only the 2 to n minus 1 is going to provide you the required voltage gain. 1 and nth stage are going to provide you with the impedance matching for maximum power transfer. Okay. Any doubts in choice of amplifier? Any queries in choosing what amplifier I'm going to use for cascading? You can ask now. I hope people are there in the class and listening to the lecture. I hope there are no queries. So